Hello students, in these slides we'll talk more about queues that we just covered in the previous slides. So we have seen several things in the queue, how to implement queue and what are the benefit of using, what are the applications of queues. So basically, Q has some problems from limitations. We'll talk about those limitations and we'll talk about how to, ignore those limitations, how to overcome those limitations. So time efficiency of using single or double linked list to implement a queue is not acceptable. So we understand that, if you implement a queue using linked list and those time efficiency based on the linked list. If you want to search something, if you want to delete something from queue, you don't need mm, you know that much time because you maintain head or a tail. So if you want to delete something, if you want to insert something, you probably need some uh, constant time because you are maintaining head and tail. You don't need to traverse whole linked list to start to find something or you don't need big O and complexity or more than that complexity. You probably need a constant complexity. That makes sense. But if you talk about the space, space complexity, this the is in a queue is a space inefficiency. Why is a space inefficiency? uh, mm, uh, uh, because we'll see some examples how the queue is space inefficiency. However, you know, there are some situations. There are some situations. Uh, we understand that insertions and deletions basically takes big one complexity, but there are some but but some these are not actually big one complexity. In order to find something front or rear, you need big one complexity. However, after deleting or after inserting something, you probably need more time. So let's see what are those things. For example, removal from the front will be an big one complexity. So if you consider that you have a array list, now if you want to if you implement a queue in an array list, now if you want to delete something from the front of the array, that you need to shift what you need to shift all the elements to the to the front side. So that means you need big O and complexity to shift all the element to the front side because you just remove the front element. So you cannot keep the empty, keep your front element of the array empty. So you have to shift all the elements from left to right to left, or you can say that shifting to the front side. So that basically need a big O and complexity. So if you consider that your queue contains millions of data, then probably you need to shift millions of data to the front side. So that means you need a lot of time. So this is not efficient. So similarly, if you consider that rare is your rare is your front, if you consider you know insert even if you consider rare of the queue is the you know uh, zero index of the array, then probably if you want to insert something at the rear of the queue, then probably you need to shift everything to make a room for new element. So and in that case also you need big one complex. So let's see so on the terminals to make it more clear. uh, Try to understand, say for examples. Now let's go to the slides because we have some examples over there. So for example, so this is your queue, this is your queue, and this is your front, and this is your rear. Okay, this is your rear. So what is the size of the queue? The size of the queue is 5 because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. That's why the size is 0. And what is the capacity of the queue? The capacity also is 5 because it can keep 5 elements. So what is the front? Front is the 0, at is the 0 index. What is the rear? Rear is at the index 4. Now if you want to delete this one, so this ampersand sign, what you need to do, you need to shift all this element to the front. That means star would be over here, plus would be over here, divide sign would be over here, minus sign would be over here, because you cannot keep this, keep this cell empty. So that means you need big O and complex D when you delete something. Now now if you consider this is your front, and in that case also, if you want to insert something, then you have to shift everything to the down to make a room over there. So this is the problem, so you probably need a big O and complexity to do that. Now, so we are talking about the better version of the queue. Let's see that if you delete something, this one, you'll have the front this one, right? Because you don't have this one. So we are talking about the circular array. Circular array is something that conceptually is a circular. So say for examples, this is your front, and if you want to insert something, then you can insert over here. So this is kind of a circular. So it start from here, then this one, then this one, then this one, and this one. Okay, so this is kind of a circle. You treat them as a circular. You see that this is a circular array. So if you delete this one, then this is your front, this is your rear. Now if you want to add new element, you know that you can add element at the rear of the front, and you know that this is your rear right now, since this is a circular. So if you want to add a new element, so you can see that you add a rear, this is your new element, and your queue is a circular. So this is your front, this is your rear. The front start from here, then this one, then this one, then this one, and then this one. So this is your rear. Now you can delete something, some two more elements. So you should start from front. This is, you deleted this one, then you deleted it. Now this is your front side. This is your front, then this one, then this one, and these two cells are empty. Now if you want to add something, you will add over here. Sorry, so you will add over here. So now if it is filled up, then if you add something, then you can add over here. So this is the idea, that if you can make them circular array to better version of the array. So you can, so let's see. So if you want to add something, then you can add over here. Now you have a new layer. You can see that the size and capacity are changing. The size is 4 and capacity is 5. So you can keep 5 elements, and now you have 4 elements right now. That's why the size is 4. So this is the idea how you can implement, how you can have circular array. Now let's assume that you you filled up, you know you 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 filled up all the cells of your queue. Now you need more spaces. So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 cell. Assume that you filled all the cells. Now you need more space to insert something. So this is your front, then this one, then this one, then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So what you need to do, you just need to create another array. So that array, so you copy all those things to the new array. So this is your old array. So you take the front element first. This is the front, then this one copy, this one copy will be there, this one copy to this one, and this one copy will be there, this one copy will be there, this one copy will be there. So that means you copy all the information to the new array and you delete the old array. So unless you need more space, you can reuse your spaces uh, in order to yeah, make it make it efficient, make it better version of the queue. And if you need more spaces that you don't have in your array, then probably you need to create a new array, and then you can copy from the old array to the new array. So how to create a new array, we have seen in the array list. We just call array list. There is a function called allocate, and that allocate functions, allocate method, create automatically a new array and copy all those value from the old array to the new array. So you should try using the queue, the circular queue. Try to implement the circular queue and try to understand how it is. It is the better versions of the queue. Thank you.